Alright, we're on the video here. This is Tour of Romandy. We're going to slow it down and we're going to do a bit of a break analysis, performance management here. I consult with a few World Tour riders. We have a off-record discussions due to my openly to talking about the PEDs, etc. But I talk with various people in professional running, professional cycling, some professional swimmers I consult with, performance base, and strictly nutrition. I don't do any PED recommendations, etc. Because there's much better people out there than me on that topic. But when it comes to nutrition, there's no one out there better than me. There is no one out there better than me. Nutrition, weight loss, performance, no one. There just isn't. Because people are stuck in this paradigm, they're afraid to go out of that box because they're university trained, and if you've been at university, generally unless you're named Dr. Ferrari, you're not going to go out of the box. So here with Rohan Dennis, Adelaide boy. So this is Stephen Crushwink. He looks like Rohan Dennis, doesn't he? But you can tell the difference between those two guys because Rohan looks more like Lance, and Crushwick looks more like a coat hanger with his linebacker wide shoulders as well. Look at the bikes they're riding, man. What is Rabobank, AK Jumbo, thinking? Look at that. It's an S5. If there was one Cervelo in the last 16 years of me riding Cervelo that I could think of that's junk, in terms of for uphill TT road bike, it would be the S5 disc. I mean, they look cool. If you got an art exhibition coming up, submit the S5. If you want a spaceship looking bike, yeah, for sure, S5, no doubt. But this is an uphill time trial, right? This is the World Tour. Marginal gains doesn't matter anymore. We've got Caruso on a Merida Sculptura with disc brakes, right? Disc brakes in an uphill time trial. What's going on there? Just pointless. Simon Geschke with a magical breakthrough ride, shallow section wheels, looks sitting pretty on the bike. This is a 24-minute climb. 24-minute climb. And none of them can match Phil Gaimon's power, watts per kilo wise. And this is on fresh legs. This is why I say Phil Gaimon is the best climber on his day, in a certain time of year. Phil Gaimon's the best climber in the world, or one of, up there with the best, based on the watts per kilo. So this is a 34-minute time trial. It's about 24 minutes on the GC guys, 25 minutes, maybe 26 on the uphill section, okay? And they're putting out less power, or, just a fraction less power than Phil Gaimon puts out, watts per kilo was. Gino Mader uploaded his data to Strava, so we'll have a look at that shortly. Look at the bike he's riding. He's riding a Merida Sculptura with disc brakes. It's like... Literally, I see bikes on Facebook Marketplace from 2008 that are lighter, stiffer, and faster than a Merida Sculptura disc. It's crazy. Look how fresh he looks. He's in good form. Vlasov, the Russian. He's taking off the Russian flags off his jersey. Unfortunate when riders have to get caught up in the political oil and gas wars just because of their passport. But cool, calm, collected. Look at that. He's got a little radio in the back of his pocket there. You can see his left scapula there just popping right up. Maybe he's just on the zone, looking lean, looking trim. Rohan Dennis, world time trial champion, the man of the clock, hour record holder. Disc brakes. Isn't it embarrassing? You give the world record, the world time trial champion, one of the best time trialers in the history of cycling, a disc brakes on his TT bike. Look at that. Disc brakes, more spot. Here you go. Here's another disc brake bike, just in case you have to stop for a kangaroo in the Tour of Romania. Just give him some disc brakes on his uphill time trial bike. Let's do that. That's a good push by the mechanic. The mechanic looks fit. That's a good push. He's looking pretty fit. He's watching the pedals getting clipped in. He's not giving it too much of a push to push him off his bike. That was like a good swap over there in terms of the push from the mechanic, the support. Vlasov going all out. Every second matters. Look at that. Bam. Bike zigzagging across the line. Still not putting out as much power. Actually, no, he did. That's Cookie Man power right there. That's Cookie Man watts per kilo. Vlasov is climbing as good as Phil Gaimon. You imagine how good Phil Gaimon could ride if he's got a crowd like this. Cookie Man does rides by himself for Strava, and he's putting out these watts per kilo, you know, and on fresh legs. And these guys on fresh legs are putting out the same or less power than Phil can put out, watts per kilo was. So imagine how good Phil, if Phil had like a contract and he's winning, going for the win, and all the crowd, the cheering, he would crank it, man. Might do 6.8 watts per kilo for 25 minutes. So Pesquera, 35 minutes. But again, look at his body. I really feel for these athletes. Here's Rohan Dennis looking in shape. He looks a little bit hypoglycemic there. I reckon. I haven't talked to Rohan, but my assumption would be he didn't have enough sugar before this event. And look at that. Yeah, he's got the hypoglycemia roll on there. The shoulders rolling, the head up. But when's his finish line going to come? And look, as soon as he crosses the line, does a little throw. That's definitely out of sugar. Hypoglycemic. You know, just literally 100 grams. 10 cents, 15 cents of sugar on his oats that morning. He could have maybe won it. Look at that. He's just bonking, sitting on the top tube, probably cracked the top tube. Look at the spokes on those wheels. Let's just do a rewind there. Is there any more of this stuff coming? This is just numbers here. Position. Let's look at Rohan again. All right. This was the disappointment. We're giving the GC guy a crappy bike to ride. Like, what a joke of a bike it is with disc brakes on there. Look at that. It's just, it's not. This is a world tour race. It's not an art show. Why are we giving Rohan the heaviest Cervelo road bike ever? Look at that. Look at him. He's just run out of sugar. Don't blame you. Bike's a piece of junk. Belongs on an art exhibition. And you can just see they're just coming across the line. Little throw, just spent. So he didn't give up. Right? So he just gave up. No. He didn't give up. Look at it. Still gave a throw. Just like as good as he could do, being in hypoglycemia. Just sitting on the bike. Look at that. Just spent. Absolutely spent. Went balls deep, but didn't have enough sugar in the tank to really give the full Rohan Dennis watts per kilo experience. Let's just pause it for a sec. Let's get a good shot. Look at those spokes, man. How many spokes do we want on a freaking bike wheel? This is world tour, you know what I mean? Like now, if Rohan Dennis was obese, then we'd expect that many spokes. Look how many spokes are on here. Look at all the spokes, man. That's aero drag. And it looks like he's running 140 mil rotors. That's 280 millimeter of drag, extra drag, plus all the spokes, And these guys are going pretty fast up this hill. It's silly. Oh, but the Durianrider, the frame's more aero. The frame's more. Look at the wheels, bro. The wheels, though. The wheels make these bikes slower than ever before. He still has the lucidity to hold on to his brake, but look at that. He is definitely hypoglycemic. He lost 2 minutes 12. He lost 2 minutes 12, which is not what he should be losing. But ran out of sugar. And in a stage race, man, you can really run out of glycogen so quickly. So just another 100 grams. Let's go 150. Let's go 200 grams of sugar on those oats in the morning. Let's just double down on the insurance. Let's put 200 grams of sugar on those oats in the morning. Bowl of oats with water. No milk, no soy milk, just water. Less fat and protein, better for digestion. And 200 grams of sugar, just table sugar on top. Mix it in. Eat it slowly, mix it with your saliva, digest it, have a lay down, put on the eye mask, really absorb it, and then boom, do your warm up, and let's let it rip. But how many nutritionists would say, hey Rohan, put 200 grams of sugar on your oats so you can win the race you paid to win? They wouldn't say that. They'd be like, well, it's just a time trial, you might not need that much. And this is what freaking happens. Literally, this is what freaking happens. But hey, welcome to Pro Cycling 2022. Heaviest bikes ever, the dumbest nutritionists out there ever. Sugar's bad, don't eat sugar. It's crazy.